Welcome to the Universal Monsters Podcast, the show based on the novel Push by Sapphire. I'm your host, Jake, author of The Devil's League and creator of hot quality content. With me, as always, the creator and host of Screenplay Archaeology, Kieran Head, aka Bruce. How you doing?
Pretty good.
And, of course, my other co-host, the creator of Emerald Cool Studios and directing the upcoming Cold Embrace, which is probably out by now, Xander. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Going all right. We are each going to take turns with a 30-second timer, which I will hold up on my phone to the screen. When that timer starts, you have to pitch the next movie in the Dark Universe. The timer starts when you say the title of your film out loud. The pitch for 30 seconds can be as detailed or as vague as you want, just as long as the premise is clear. At the end of the 30 seconds, the other two can ask questions about your pitch, and you can feel free to answer them, expand on your story as much as you want, but you cannot rewrite anything you said during the 30 seconds. Here are the rules. You must stay in continuity of 2017's Mummy and all previous pitches given.
Oh,
the guy who goes first gets it easiest, and then like the guy who goes 17th is like, I got to remember all the previous pitches and make sure I'm not conflicting. You're allowed to build on other movies pitched or make something separate, but you can never break canon. It can be about any monster or monsters, but you must keep the cast that was announced by Universal in that weird photoshopped picture. Beyond that, you can cast any actors currently working today for future.
Do we have to keep Dwayne?
He was not officially cast, so no, you do not have to keep Dwayne.
Okay.
But you
So
can cast
Wolfman
Dwayne.
can be any
Anyone
actor.
alive is an option here. You are also not allowed to use the unwritten scripts that exist. However, you may weave any details from them into your pitches. And the moment one of us spots a continuity break, the person who pitched it is out. Last person pitching wins.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about remembering the continuity that happened in the Black Lagoon script.
No, not even a little bit. But you have to remember everything perfectly about 2017's Mummy and everything else we all talk about and say.
Okay.
That makes it a little easier.
Yes. No. Don't worry. There's no unwritten nonsense happening. It's just straight up 2017's Mummy and onward. We're building our dark universe. You also. This isn't like a rule, but like try and make it sound like it would be a big dumb blockbuster. Don't try and make it like too like. Don't pitch Cold Embrace. That would not fit with what they were doing.
You're like Xander. Don't actually try to make a good pitch.
No. However you think you're making it, just make it a little bit dumber. Just a little, and that's gonna fit perfectly with their universe.
You know what?
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be the most arrogant thing I can ever say. The biggest challenge for me is to make something bad. That's the hardest. It doesn't have to be
bad. Like if you want to make it bad, I'm not gonna stop you. But it has to be like it sounds like it could have been in that universe. Like okay. Yeah, you know.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna challenge myself really here. I'm gonna voluntarily go last.
All right. I was gonna say since it's my game, I figured I'd go first. But if Bruce, if you want to go first, you totally can.
I'll let you go first. I don't know what I'm doing yet, so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit start on the timer when I say the title, and just full transparency, I took no notes. I'm not preparing anything. I purposely wanted to go in as blind as you guys are, so I'm just gonna sit here and think for a second. All right. Okay. I have an idea. All right. My 30 seconds starts when I hit the title. The title of the next Dark Universe film, a sequel to 2017's Mummy, is Mr. Hyde. Boom. Okay, so this is a Russell Crowe starring led film that expands on. It's basically a prequel to how he became who he is in Prodigium and stuff, and it basically explains his backstory as how he took over the thing. For some reason, the serum makes him immortal in this continuity, so that way he's around during the nights or whatever. So he's just been throughout all human history, just helping Prodigium or making Prodigium, maybe. But he's the founder or he staged a coup, maybe with the actual founder. I don't know, but it's going to be his rise to power within Prodigium, and that's time. All right, questions.
Do we see what he does during the events of 2017's Mummy? Like
during the events of what? Sorry.
So like you know how like we see him in 2017's Mummy, but then like we kind of leave that whole thing. do we see like anything that happens in this movie?
I'm gonna try and answer with like the dumbest Hollywood thing ever, and say that the end of the film is like moments before the start of 2017's Mummy. So what the hell is he doing? Okay, the end of the film is Tom Cruise is about to walk into the room on Prodigium, and he's waiting for him, and then it just cuts to credits. So it literally just as prequel gets.
All right. But the thing is, 2017 starts with
it has the flashback.
Dr.
Yeah,
Jekyll opening the tomb and stuff. So
yeah, it starts with him going into the weird chamber under London.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe the end. Yeah, so it cuts to black right after he's about. He gets a call. He's like, some weird tombs in London or whatever. I'll be right there. Directed by
fucking Jafar walks in and goes, "Sir, they found some weird shit."
Some weird shit. Perfect, and that's exactly how it ends. It's the least ceremonious ending ever.
Do any monsters show up in this, or is it just Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's equally as disappointing. So like let's say if like he, someone else is running Prodigium and Jekyll/Hyde is like staging his coup or whatever, then the other guy that's running Prodigium sits and explains for like 20 minutes, and this is the brain of the guy who was a monster, and then this hand over here is from the creature. We don't know about it yet. So you get expositing crap instead of seeing anything at all. But it's longer. Okay. It's a longer scene of that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I mean, I'm definitely not breaking continuity. I'm one pitch in, so.
No, that's true. That's true.
True.
Bruce, when you say your title, I will hit the 30-second button.
Well, okay. I'm going to go for one of the big boys. I'm going to do Frankenstein.
Boom.
All right.
So, in this one, it's going to focus on the Frankenstein monster. It's going to take place in the present day. He's going to be hunted by Prodigium, but there's also going to be period flashbacks of his life through the centuries, and he's been hunting down other experiments of Dr. Frankenstein that have gone off the rails.
Okay. Sure. I guess you don't need more time.
Dude,
all right. Interesting. So it's in modern day. What year was he created? What year was he invented?
I am going to ballpark it as because the book doesn't give you I'm going to go by the original book as a standard. The book does not give you like a date other than 17 something. So I'm going to say like 1795.
Okay. Roughly 1800. So my next question would be, what's up with the brain that Prodigium already has?
It's another Frankenstein experiment they found.
One of the prototypes from the Halloween Horror Nights.
It's like a prototype, or there was like an acolyte of Frankenstein's who did something. Maybe it's like a Dr. Niemann of this universe.
Okay.
I didn't even remember there was a brain.
I didn't remember.
Or it could just be a brain. It could be not connected at all.
Yeah.
Why would it be in that scene if it's just a dude's brain?
So the monster is hunting down other creations by Frankenstein. Is that what you said?
By Frankenstein, or by people who have followed in the footsteps of Frankenstein.
Okay.
What's an example of another Frankenstein monster?
You could have a mindless kind of golem-like creature. You could have one that's made from more disparate parts. The point is that they don't have like the same level of intellectual and intelligence that the monster himself does have.
So there are copycats,
living skeletons with exposed brains.
That could be cool.
Does the bride exist in this film?
Well, I think she would have to exist, but
okay.
I haven't thought that. I didn't have time in the 30 seconds to think that
Technically, Angelina Jolie was not in the photoshopped picture, but Javier Bardem must play your guy.
Yeah, Javier Bardem, awesome.
You definitely didn't contradict anything yet, so let's get it.
All right. I hold on. Can I look up that picture really quick?
Yeah, that's fair game.
The comedy gold picture of the entire cast together.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
The dark ones.
Boom.
Okay, this is film number 8. We have done every single other monster in this thing's film, plus a film for the Wolfman. This is our Avengers film. Charles Dance is the main bad guy. He has managed to pull out the set out of Tom Cruise's body, and they are both attacking. All the monsters have to team up along with the Wolfman to defeat him, a la Avengers 2012.
Okay, and that's perfectly 30. Okay, so you glossed over something pretty big there. All the movies have happened.
Yeah. This is the 8th film. This is our big Avengers film.
This is the Avengers. All right.
I'm tackling that Avengers film that we never figured out what it was building up to. So
I'm holding you to that. I'm going to write that down. So we start with 2017's Mummy, then Jekyll is number 2.
I hope that doesn't feel like I did a cop out. Because
I didn't say that wasn't allowed. So you're fair game. And then 8 is The Dark Ones. Okay. So we need 4 more movies, which anyone can feel free to pitch those. Okay, sure.
In my idea is that the 4 have all the ones, every person in that cast, they had their movie. So Dr. Jekyll's movie, yours would have happened. The Frankenstein movie would happen. Obviously, Mummy. So the only one we haven't seen is The Invisible Man, and then the Wolfman film. So those are the only 2 that didn't get pitched, but they've happened.
How many people are in that photo? Now I got to look this up.
There are 5, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot Tom Cruise and the other girl were
the same one. Well, now you're held to. Well, I guess you said this is the 8th one in the 30-second pick, so it's canon.
Yeah.
So that means that it goes Mummy, Jekyll, Frankenstein, 4 films, then The Dark Ones.
Were there any sequels in between, or are we just doing one movie and then phase 1?
No sequels. It was no sequels. We go by from what we've seen from the scripts and everything. Is that Dr. Jekyll showed up at the end of their movies and went, I'm putting together a team.
Okay, another question I have. Does Tom Cruise get set back at the end?
Ooh.
Or does he die? Because he's too expensive.
He dies, but in the most heroic, self-sacrificing, tear-jerking fashion that really jerks off Tom Cruise's ego.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so there goes one of my pitches.
I'm in. That's what he says. Let me ask you, Xander, real quick, just for continuity's sake. Are you leaving the other 4 pitches open for us to pitch them, or are you locking them down to what they are?
In terms of like what happens in the films?
Like what they're about, what the title is, or something.
No, I don't know what happens or about in those titles. I'll leave them open
because technically the only one in the photo movie. The only one left in the photo who does not have any film in our continuity yet is The Invisible Man. So one of those 4 films must be Invisible Man. That's the only caveat.
Yeah. One of them has to be The Invisible Man, one of them has to be The Wolfman, and one of them has to be The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
You retroactively added Untold in there.
Yeah, that he canon welded. Untold.
I canon welded, but you could also just say that there has to be a Dracula one, and that I just kind of
Dracula 2 has to be in there.
Okay, all right. That's a big move. That's a big move. Let's talk about the movie a little bit. So you said Wolfman teams up with Prodigium to stop them?
Yeah. Wolfman's part of the team.
Wolfman's part. Okay, so Wolfman is
all the monsters that we see in this photo and that have had their movie. They are on the team.
They're all okay.
They're all good guys. They're all
that
good
affects
guys.
How I would pitch the next cycle there. Okay.
Yeah.
For now, we're fine. I guess I'll go next. That's a big move. Here we go. I'm gonna make this happen. You guys ready?
Oh no.
Devil's League.
And I had a different idea in mind prior, but since Xander pitched that, I'm gonna hit it.
Shit.
Because he pitched the 8th film, I'm pitching the 7th. I'm pitching Dracula's. Boom. So this is a Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart comedy, right? It's basically Abbott and Costello meet, but basically what happens is one of them is attacked by a vampire and the other one fends it off. And the idea is that the Rock is the only witness. So the 2 embark on a strange journey of witchcraft and sorcery. I can't talk at all. But they one at a time conjure up Frank Langella, Richard Roxburgh, Luke Evans, Nick Cage, Javier Bardem, and Matthew Good.
You're gone. It's gone.
Fuck. All right. Well, I can talk more about it. Ask questions.
Does The Rock become Dracula?
That is a potential. I haven't thought about the 3rd act yet.
Yeah. Who's playing Dracula?
So that's just it. The idea is that it's not a multiverse. All these movies happened, and they're all claiming that they're actually the real Dracula. So the idea is that Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson are trying to figure out which one is the real Dracula.
Okay.
to figure it out, and so that way they don't go to jail. So by the end of it, one of them is going to reveal that they are in fact the real Dracula. And I was going to go the funny direction with Nick Cage being Bela Lugosi, but I got to be in continuity, so I guess Charles Dance jumps out of nowhere. It's like, I'm actually
No. I said Charles. No, I'm sorry. I said Charles Dance was the villain. Dracula's part of the team. So it's
he's
like,
Luke Evans.
like the end. Yeah.
So so Luke Evans is prime Dracula, which I guess makes sense because of the origin story.
I apologize. I thought that I should have been more clear on that.
That's fine. So, all right, the plot twist.
Is Jake already disqualified?
I mean, he failed his pitch. He didn't finish it within the 30 seconds. So I don't know if that's the disqualification or not.
No. I promptly stopped at 30, and then you guys asked questions, and then I expanded, which is allowed.
Okay, that's fair. I don't think he's disqualified because I kind of just said Charles Dance's character because I couldn't remember his character's name. But
that's fine. Regardless,
the fact that we have all these other Draculas showing up now, and
it's gotten real muddled. But they're all canon. Like Langella happened, right? Van Helsing happened, which means there's a different Frankenstein out there.
Oh, you bastard! You really just wanted to say the Van Helsing movie is canon in Dark
No,
Universe.
bro. All the Dracula movies of the remakes happened, which means that they got to figure out which one is. So I'm thinking like marketing for this is like they'll have character posters with each version, and each one's gonna say, "Will the real Dracula please stand up?" or something like stupid like that.
Okay.
So it's a comedy. It's a comedy. So, movie 1 is Mummy, 2 is Jekyll, 3 is Frankenstein, 4, 5, 6 are Creature, Wolf, Invisible in some order, 7 is Dracula's, plural, and then 8 is The Dark Ones, which is a more serious follow-up. So, 2 crossovers in a row, which I think is an interesting direction.
Okay.
But yeah. All right, Bruce, dig on
all
that.
right, I have a couple ideas. Both of them would have to be phase 2 because there's no room for them now in what you've established. But I'm going to go with one that directly follows up Dark Ones because, as you said, Tom Cruise dies.
Okay.
But I'm going to say The Mummy 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hit that timer, boy.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I typed it in. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, so Mummy 2, we did not account for in The Dark Ones the fate of Jake Johnson. He realizes that he can't rely on Tom Cruise and his connection to the supernatural and the god of death anymore, and he needs to take it seriously as a monster hunter, so he seeks out the over 100-year-old Rick O'Connell to teach him how it's done. And so he learns, and they end up fighting a new mummy threat. Maybe Imhotep comes back. Maybe we get a new version of Karis, and that's that.
Wow. So, well, I mean, you can't even, that's not even canon welding because they already had the book in the reboot. So that's canon.
True. That's true.
Wow. Over 100-year-old Rick O'Connell. So what's Rick O'Connell's jam? Like, is he like a mummy or?
He's just really old.
Well, because he was alive in the 30s.
Yeah, that's true.
Prodigium technology.
Nano machine, son.
He met Dr. Jekyll, and Dr. Jekyll gave him some longevity. Maybe there's something
Jekyll
that
has immortal powers.
And Jekyll has immortal powers, and they have access to Frankenstein stuff now because of Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. So Jekyll went to Rick O'Connell. He's like, I see you fought a mummy 3 times. We're also good at fighting monsters. Let me keep you alive too, so you can. So he works for Prodigium, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. He's now part of the Monster Hunters.
Okay.
He's now part of the Monster Hunters. Okay.
The Mummy 2.
Is it just Rick, Dr. Jekyll, and I forget his name, but the main guy that show up in this one, or do any other?
Yes, because it's maybe you can have like a cameo or two when they're at Prodigium headquarters, but the main roles are all them. They're going to take care of a new mummy.
Okay. So
I want to say, and it's just because I just pitched Dracula's, but you didn't call it Mummies. I feel like that would have been the perfect time.
No.
Jake, you got to remember, We have to go by Universal executives. They wouldn't do that. They'd miss that opportunity.
That's true. They would very much disappoint in terms of the naming conventions.
Maybe it's mummies with a $ at the end.
Ooh, now we're talking. The Mummy 2 subtitle mummies brackets parentheses money symbol end brackets. The Monies. There you go. Okay, that's kind of funny. I like this. Okay, so is every remake now canon? Did we miss anything? I guess you missed 2010's Wolfman.
There's one, and I think I'm gonna do the.
All right, you're bringing it in.
Okay. We haven't tied in Invisible Man or either Wolfman yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, they've both gotten reboots prior. Ooh.
I to quote Adam Driver, I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength.
To do it. All right. Hey Xander, let me proc up my freaking timer here. All right, you ready to do what I know you're gonna do?
I know what I'm gonna do. Oh God. Okay. The Werewolf.
Boom.
All right. This is the Wolfman film for us. It stars Hugo Weaving and Emily Blunt. I believe that was her name. If it's not, oh well. Anyways, so this takes place after 2010's The Wolfman, and we follow the detective guy as he becomes the werewolf in London, and he tries to figure out what is happening to him. And at the end of it, we find out that he has lived throughout, and that Dr. Jekyll says, "Hey, I think you can help."
All right. Okay. So it's another period piece. So we're back in like 18 whatevers. Yeah. Okay. But at the end, he meets Jekyll, who's also immortal, hanging out, and he's like, "Hey, I see that you are a monster at all, and we like to. We're about those. We either hunt.
I'm putting together a team.
Sure. Putting together a team. So have any of us established that like what Prodigium does? Like, do they protect monsters? Or do they hunt monsters?
They hunt monsters.
They hunt
depending on the monster.
Yeah, depending on the monster. Because remember they chained up I forget her name. Her fucking they chained up the female Aminette. They chained up Aminette. We're gonna kill her. So I think it depends.
In the middle of a big open room.
Right. Yeah.
Wonderful security there, guys.
So I'm putting this as the fourth. So it goes The Mummy 2017, Jekyll, Frankenstein, The Werewolf, 5 and 6, which are Creature and Invisible Man. We'll get there. And then Dracula's The Dark Ones, The Mummy 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, that's continuity. I like your pitch. I think it's a really creative pitch because at the end of that movie, he's just bitten but totally alive. So it totally fits.
Yeah.
We've now welded in almost everything.
See, I want to say that the reason why I hate that I had to do what I did is because I would want it to be Benicio del Toro and Lawrence Talbot comes back. I just think Benicio wouldn't do something like this. I think he was.
Well, anyways, yeah, I think didn't he die at the end? Not that matters at all in a monster film.
No, he dies at the end, and the implication is that they would have continued on with Hugo Weaving.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why I hate to say it, because I'm like, well, if I'm thinking like Universal Hollywood, they'd go with Hugo Weaving. I think we've made every single remake canon now back in
prior to the Dark Universe. I'm pretty sure.
I think we've brought them all back now. Fuck.
Just about, yeah, because that's all canon.
Okay. And a few after Mummy 2017.
You're totally right.
Jake.
Listen, no. Yes. All right. So, I guess it's my turn to pitch a movie in this amazing universe that can do no wrong. All right, I have my pitch. I just got to think of a good title for it because it's not exactly traditional. Okay, I'm play it simple. I'm gonna say The Black Lagoon. Boom. Okay. Where it's a creature story. You know, people are going there and trying to. I believe it's Prodigium. Let's start with Prodigium. They're gonna go there and try and recruit and capture the creature because I guess that's what they do. But to do that, they bring I don't know if it's like an airship or a plane. They bring a big Prodigium thing and they establish like a base there, and they're trying to bring the creature into it. And basically the third act is that the creature gets loose and goes around their thing, and like we see cameos of other monsters they've already captured. And the big third act fight.
Time's up.
I'll tell you if you ask me.
Damn it. I know this is a game, but I am curious. What happens in the third act?
Okay, so the big third act fight is that because Bruce, this is your fault, he fights the Scorpion King.
Okay.
And we got full siege Dwayne Johnson, full literally ripped out of that film with updated effects, but it still looks like trash. And it's just them two brawling.
So,
wait. I'm sorry. I have to call something as a Universal executive. I have to call, because this is the film that takes place before our team up film, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if audiences will be so receptive to that, Jake. I don't think we've made enough money to start being able to do that yet.
Hey, listen, Xander. All right, this is the 6th film in the Dark Universe, and Dracula's has been announced, so people know that stuff's happening.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Bruce, ask your question.
How did the Scorpion King A come back to life, B end up in the Amazon?
Because if you watch the direct-to-DVD Scorpion King sequels, there are 2 separate versions of Anubis that bring him back to life in certain contexts, and one in The Mummy Returns
that's
is
true.
CGI,
that's true.
And then one in Part 5, Book of Souls, is just a dude with a mask, and it's very disappointing. So
are we keeping canon to those sequels?
There's no reason to suggest that they're not canon, because nothing really happens in all 4 of those films.
So actually, we would get rid of Dwayne Johnson. If we need to save some money, get rid of Dwayne, get Zach.
Yeah, that's another thing. So I'm thinking full CGI. They don't have to get The Rock's likeness if he doesn't sign off. I think he would sign off because it's so stupid. But if he doesn't want to, we can get Victor Webster in there.
No. Oh my God. No, Jake, I think you killed yourself.
How so?
Because the Dracula's is The Rock and Kevin Hart. And
okay. So in that case,
CGI, The Rock and stuff
in that case, then... we'll do just a full siege.
Zach McGowan.
I did not say the word Dwayne Johnson until after the 30 seconds. So
okay, fair enough.
But that's all right. I totally would have. I would have totally killed myself. You're right. I just dodged a bullet. All right, so the Black Lagoon is number 6.
I gotta say, Jake, you gotta work on your elevator pitch. But Bruce, you're killing it with your elevator pitches.
I'm trying.
Yeah. So real quick refresher. So all the remakes are canon. Movie 1 is 2017's Mummy, Jekyll, Frankenstein, The Werewolf. 5th film was an untitled, unpitched Invisible Man film. The Black Lagoon, Dracula's, The Dark Ones, The Mummy 2. That's our universe right now.
Got it.
So, Bruce, do you want to pitch the movie, or do you want to go for number 10?
I'm going to go for number 10.
All right.
It is going to be Dr. Jekyll versus the Phantom.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this one is going to be, we're going to be a little loose in the timeline. We're going to go back to, let's say 1910, 1912. And and rumblings of things are happening in Paris. And essentially, the Phantom of the Opera, because if you read the book, he's like fucking Batman. He can do anything. He has gone completely off the deep end. He has a world-destroying plan. He's going to use all his skills to do it. And Jekyll
up.
Yeah.
I was writing down the timeline, when things take place. Frankenstein, The Werewolf, and Dr. Jekyll vs. the Phantom all take place within 10 years of each other in 1900 and 1910.
Okay.
Well, Frankenstein's modern day, remember?
Oh, right. Never mind. I'll delete that. Thank you for correcting my continuity, which we are subscribing to religiously around here.
Very religiously.
Okay.
The Phantom's going around and doing what with experience?
He's gone off the deep end, and he has a world conquest plan in mind. So he's basically become like a Captain Nemo or something like that.
Okay.
And he's using all the skills he's picked up, all his trickery and sleight of hand and stuff. He's going to be a supervillain now.
Okay, so I was about to ask what the Phantom can do in the Dark Universe, but you seem to be staying to it's still just a guy doing parlor tricks, except you want to scale up the parlor tricks to the entirety of the world.
Yes.
So basically, he's going past the "now you see me" type of magician.
Right.
He basically has the parlor tricks, but he's also really fucking smart and can do anything. He can build anything. He's a great builder. And he's actually a really dangerous guy, so we're gonna go with that. Okay. I had 30 seconds.
No, it's fine. Does Phantom live at the end, or does he die?
Depending on if we want to bring the actor back for sequels, he can die, or we can make it look like he dies but make it ambiguous.
Sure.
Okay. Okay,
Sure.
and this takes place early Prodigium, because you said this we're going.
I
backwards?
said 19. Well, we don't know when Prodigium was founded. Is the thing.
Uh,
We've not established that part yet.
do we find out when Prodigium was founded in this?
I mean, I would assume that would come up in the Jekyll movie, but
What year was Jekyll? Because I pitched the Jekyll movie. So that was the modern day when he was going to the tombs of the mummy, right? Because he walked in
Yes.
there and they were tombs. Okay, so that...
yes.
So, okay. I'm going to say, because that was my film, I guess I should chime in. I'm going to say that Jekyll, the movie, first takes place in whenever that story was published in the 1800s. So I'm going to look it up right now.
1886.
Wow, good having that off the top of your head. 1886. So that is technically the earliest one except for all the mummy stuff.
Okay.
Actually, it's not even true.
Scenes of Frankenstein that are earlier.
I'm good with Bruce's pitch, Xander. If you want
to, I'm pretty good with it.
It works. You can't fault it because it's so small scale.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, Xander, you ready?
Okay.
That was the 10th movie, Dr. Jekyll versus Phantom, by the way. Now we're all caught up,
cool.
except Invisible Man still needs to be pitched, but that's whatever.
Invisible Ties. Okay, so basically this is about the Invisible Man. We go full out. This guy's acting like a Jack Sparrow type guy, and he's fucking around in London, and he runs into Hyde, and he starts fucking around, and he's helping him with an early Prodigium and doing some strange cases and stuff with Dr. Jekyll. And we also see hints that this takes place after the Wolfman, because we see Hugo Weaving's character a couple times.
Okay, well, you got that right, because Wolfman is number 4, Invisible Ties is now number 5, right before the Black Lagoon. So the start of the film, he finds Jekyll and goes right to him?
No. So my idea is that, like, the start of the film, he becomes the Invisible Man and stuff, and so he starts he's Jack Sparrow. He's a Jack Sparrow type of character. Like we're literally I'm just saying, guys. Disney really made a lot of money off Pirates of the Caribbean. We do have Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp just plays a great character. Everyone loves Jack Sparrow, so we're just gonna make the Invisible Man basically Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
And,
okay, sure.
He's Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow Griffin.
Yeah. And so my idea is he's just kind of stealing folks' stuff, and happens to steal from an early Prodigium place, and ends up getting into some trouble.
Okay, sure. Is it in modern day, right?
No, it'd be an early Prodigium, so we'd still be close to that timeline if that happens.
Is it within the years 1900 to 1910?
Yeah.
All right. Literally no. Everything significant in this company's history happened in like that 10-year period.
Can you tell that we're all a little bit too much like knowledgeable about how monster movies should be made, because
exactly.
We just made too many.
I mean, except for Dracula's maybe.
Dracula's Creature from Black Lagoon.
Dracula's is like the more crowd-pleasing one, and you guys are making the more niche stuff, like the A24.
Dracula's is surprisingly, Dracula's is more out there than Mummy 2017 was.
It's what they should have made. I stand by it. I'd like to weave in a continuity of a film, but it's distributed by Universal internationally, not in America. How do we feel? If not, I'll pivot.
I mean, Xander already weaved in with...
we've literally weaved in every single other monster movie besides the classic original one, so you might as well.
All right, so with your permission, it's Universal International distributing. It's actually Focus Features in America. But either way, I'm sure they can figure out the rights to this one. I'm calling this film Nosferatu. It's the return. It's a sequel, and the original took place in the 1800s. This one takes place between 1900 and 1910, and it's basically a big team-up villain movie for all the 1900s-centric movies we've pitched. So you got Invisible Ties, The Werewolf, Jekyll as the start of his history, Jekyll versus the Phantom. So all of those, like 4 or 5 dudes are in it, and it's a grand finale. And at the end, they definitively do kill Nosferatu.
So we have yet another Dracula in this continuity.
Not anymore. I made sure that they killed him because we have enough Draculas in modern day, and he would have shown up, and I didn't pitch him at that time, so he's dead. He's done.
Okay, then.
But the 11th film of the Dark Universe is Nosferatu.
Okay. So who does die in this movie?
Okay, pretty much just Nosferatu. You know what?
Just
Phantom, because he's just a guy, has a bold, daring sacrifice that's fit for the ages, much like Nick Morton much long ago.
But he was a villain the last time.
He was a villain the last time. You said he died. I'm proposing that he comes back to life through any possible way and then dies again.
As a hero?
As a hero. He does a character arc. Does a like a Darth Vader, except way worse.
I don't think that links up.
That links up because he said
really
he died at the end of that thing, and he has an arc. He has a story. He turns.
But so he has an arc in this movie?
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna pitch, if I may. I'll pitch how this story totally makes sense. So in Dr. Jekyll versus the Phantom, he wanted to use parlor tricks to take over the world. I love that, by the way. So he dies doing that, I guess. And so in this one, when they bring him back, which many reasons they could, but whatever. What happens is he basically sees that Nosferatu almost actually took over the world with supernatural powers, and he's like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm dealing with. I don't know what I'm playing with. Taking over the world is a very bad thing. So he uses all of his parlor tricks possible to deceive Nosferatu and allow them to whatever happened with the son, but also you gotta like have sex with him or something. That was a weird movie, but he uses parlor tricks to like deceive Nosferatu in order to stop him again.
So the Phantom has sex with Nosferatu?
If Robert Eggers wants to, I'd like to get him back, ideally. We're gonna pitch it to him.
In this whole thing we've made, he hasn't directed the Nosferatu remake. He's directing this film.
He directed Nosferatu. This is Nosferatu. It's a sequel to his film.
Oh, okay. Wow. So wait. So you're saying that because this is the 11th film you said?
This is number 11.
So what you're saying is that we have successfully created all these films since 2017, but we decided to just kind of stop our train roll and go make it wait until now, like 2025.
I mean, it's all after 2017. Right now we have like 10 movies exactly after 2017. So if we assume they're like 2 a year, which is kind of what Marvel is doing, then we're kind of caught up to now. So maybe it's a direct sequel. Maybe he shot this back to back with Nosferatu. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if Robert Eggers would do it though. I don't know.
Obviously we're pitching to him. He might say no. Okay. If not, we'll get fucking, McG, who did Catwoman or whatever. Fucking, I don't know.
McG.
Uwe Boll's Nosferatu. We'll figure that out. But ideally, I'd like him.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical. I don't know, man. We got a lot of money, but I don't think we can. I don't know if we should be throwing that much money at this. So.
Well, Nosferatu 1 only cost $50 million. Compared to the $300 million production budget of Mummy. Obviously, this will cost a little more because you got more characters in there.
Is Bill Skarsgård coming back?
Hell yes. You can't possibly do without him. So it basically wraps up the story of the prequel era of 1900 to 1910, where it has Francis Aberline, I think is his name. Shocked I remember that. Johnny Depp's Invisible Man, Jekyll, and Phantom resolving their chemistry, quote, quote.
And you can have Hugo Weaving die in this one.
You actually can.
Yeah.
No, he can't die in this one. Oh wait. This takes place modern day or
this takes place in 1900 1910.
Well then
it has to. He could because you didn't say who the Wolfman was going to be in Dark Ones.
That is true. Okay, that
exactly.
is true. I didn't say who the Wolfman was going to be.
Exactly. Boom. So,
wait,
hell yeah.
No.
All right, that's my pitch.
I retroactively did though, I think.
Well, all right. If you want to put Hugo Weaving in Dark Ones, then he won't die in Nosferatu. I didn't say he would die in the pitch, so.
That's true. You didn't.
All right. So Bruce,
that was
number
Bruce's
11
idea, so it's not canon. Okay.
That was number 11. Canon. You are number 12, if you'd like.
I will actually jump a little bit ahead. So there's 8 movies in our phase 1, right?
If you count Dark Ones as the end of phase 1, yes. 9 starts with Mummy 2, then Jekyll versus Phantom, then Nosferatu.
Well, I'm going to jump to 15.
Damn!
And this will be setting up some seeds for what could be the big crossover in 16.
For phase 2's finale?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've only started setting up phase 2's finale.
Okay, so
15th film.
So I'm going to. Well, maybe there could be like bits and pieces seeded throughout. We'll build the plane as we're flying it.
Okay.
Great idea.
Okay.
But okay, so get that timer ready.
Yep.
Because this movie is going to be Invisible Agent.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
All right, so movie opens up. Rem Prodigium headquarters. They get raided by a group of mysterious mercenary guys. They're all in masks. They steal a ton of shit, steal a ton of info. Prodigium is wrecked. And so Jekyll goes to the next generation of the Invisible Man and says, I want you to take this formula. We found some clues here, and I want you to investigate. So they trace it to this sort of military...
Quick question, is it modern day?
Yes.
Modern day Invisible Agent. And do we know who raided Prodigium?
It's going to turn out to be a military industrial company that wants monster shit for soldiers and whatnot. And so Invisible Agent has to go in and figure shit out and sabotage it.
So is this guy played by Johnny Depp? Because he was alive 100 years ago.
Yeah, what happened to Johnny Depp? Because
it's been 100 years.
No, Jake. To be fair, Bruce said Visual Agent is the new Invisible Man. He's
the next generation. So it's just a
so
new
what
guy.
happened to Johnny Depp? Because Johnny Depp has to appear in the Dark Ones, so he has to be the Invisible Man in the Dark Ones. So did Johnny? Do we have another movie that says that, or do we find out in this movie what happened to Johnny Depp?
You pitched the Dark Ones. If you said he's in it, then that means that he has to have been alive for 100 years.
Maybe he died in the Dark Ones.
Maybe he died in the dark.
Maybe he retired. Maybe he retired because Johnny Depp is too expensive.
He sacrificed himself to stop Charles Dance and or the villains.
I'm rewriting it. Johnny Depp gets killed in the raid.
Okay.
To save money.
Okay.
Sure. Technically, that doesn't contradict the 30 seconds of pitch, so you're good.
Yes.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So Johnny Depp gets killed in the raid. That's not bad. That ties it in pretty well. And then you need a new guy. I think that's a pretty badass way to go. And I like that there's a new, entirely separate shadow organization interested in the monsters.
That is cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Continuity's good. I think we're clear.
All right.
And of course, it would set up that he basically infiltrates just one branch of this new organization, and then they become the big bads of the crossover.
So, Xander, real quick. Number 9 was Mummy 2, 10's Dr. Jekyll vs. Phantom, 11's Nosferatu, 12, 13, 14 are blank, and 15 is Invisible Agent.
Can I say, like, something happened to a character in a different movie, and that takes...
If it doesn't break continuity, sure.
Okay.
If we never clarified otherwise.
Okay. So Johnny Depp's dead, and Tom Cruise is dead. Those are the only monsters that are dead right now, right?
He's been dead, yeah.
Okay.
Other monsters
Phantom died in 1910.
Phantom died in 1910, sacrificing to stop Nosferatu. Nosferatu is also dead.
But our monster team from
Dark Ones?
movies, from Dark Ones, they're pretty much everyone's intact except for those two, right?
I think so, yeah.
Frankenstein, Hyde.
Can I ask a question to the group? No one said the word Ominate. Is she part of the Dark Ones?
She's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah, but she's in the photo for Dark Universe, so I don't know.
Did that photo come out before or after the 2017 Mummy?
Before. But I guess that'd be weird if they're like, check out this franchise, she's gone forever. But also, okay, so the Mummy 2 happened. Bruce, the Mummy, was it like Arnold Vosloo again?
I didn't specify.
All right. Age of Monsters.
And which movie is this? And what number?
Movie 16.
Okay. Age of Monsters. All right, go.
Okay. All right. So in one of the other films recently, Hugo Weaving's character was killed as the Wolfman. In this one, that organization comes and they take Lawrence Talbot out of his crypt to resurrect him, hoping to use him as a monster. They also find a way to bring back Amunet, and the new team goes to goes to stop them and their plans. Also, Benicio del Toro's character has helps the good guys out.
Okay. Wait. Wait. So he's been decomposing for a good century.
So we go off of the old original films, how Moonlight heals werewolves. So that faction, the army faction things, they pulled him out of this crypt because they knew what was he was a werewolf. There was whatever stuff. They throw him on like a fucking experimental thing, and they just blast Moonlight at him, and it revives him. And he first turns into a werewolf, and it's first helping him, but as soon as he transforms back into Larry Talbot, he ends up helping out Prodigium in some way, and so he becomes the new Wolfman for the team.
So they blast the skeleton with Moonlight in modern day.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he moonlights up. He's all juiced up, and he's ready to fight.
Yep. So this is movie 16, guys. We've been making a lot of money. I think it's time to start bringing back some really big fan favorites. I'm just saying. 2010's Wolfman. I think it's time to really hit it.
Okay.
We can afford Benicio del Toro now.
You finally afford one actor after 16 films. Wow. All right. All right. Let's just be clear here. We're probably not going to pitch 12, 13, and 14. Can we truncate this down and make 12 Invisible Agent and 13 Age of Monsters?
Sure.
All right. Just with your
Damn
permission,
it! No, wait, no, because my idea was that someone was gonna have to fucking figure out how to kill off Hugo Weaving's character.
No, he's been dead. He's been dead.
No!
Maybe Nosferatu did it.
You son of a bitch.
All right, so 12 is Agent, 13 is Age of Monsters. It just makes things easier because no one's going to ever pitch the normal films. We're doing crazy bat
I'll pitch the normal films. I'll do it, man. You don't understand, Jake. Jake, this only works if we've made 16 movies and we've been able to make that much money. We got to think Universal
I'll leave
executives.
one gap. I'll put one mystery gap, and your next pitch has to fill that in. All right?
Oh, fuck you.
What? You're not pitching a trilogy.
Okay.
All right, so for context, number 9 is Mummy 2, 10, Dr. Jekyll vs. Phantom, 11, Nosferatu, 12, Mystery, 13, Invisible Agent, 14, Age of Monsters. We're all good?
Yes.
All right. And last thing I want from you, Xander, what's the, by the end of Age of Monsters, what is the current lineup that's not dead?
This army was resurrecting a few times. So, remember, they resurrected Amunet, so they'll resurrect Charles Dance. And so we kind of have a nice little, comeback of a few villains and we fight them again. Because, we're Universal. And as much as we have an unlimited amount of ideas to us, we still can't think of good ideas. So it's just a resurrection stuff. Okay, so Invisible Agent's alive. Benicio del Toro's Wolfman is alive. Jake, the mummy guy, I guess he's there because he took over Tom Cruise's place. Creature's there, and then I'm gonna say it because you asked. I get to say it. Dr. Jekyll is sadly killed in this, and the Wolfman takes place as leadership.
Dr. Jekyll dies in Age of Monsters. Ooh.
He dies. We have to have a big death. He's been a fan favorite for a long time, but Russell Crowe, he's starting to, Marvel called up Russell Crowe and they're like,
he's gotta be Zeus now or whatever.
Zeus. And Russell's like, I'm getting a little too old to be fighting monsters, guys.
Do you clarify who takes over Prodigium? If not, I'll take care of it.
No, I did. I said Benicio del Toro's Wolfman takes over Prodigium.
He takes over Prodigium. Wow.
He takes over.
The guy who just showed up.
No. It's this whole thing. He was like this big old Wolfman kind of thing. So okay, wait. Hold on. Does taking over Prodigium mean he becomes the leader of the monster team? Like is this is Nick?
Because my idea, he kind of organizes them.
Okay. So then no, I don't have who takes over Prodigium because my idea was that Wolfman becomes like our new Tony Stark. He becomes
the new leader.
He becomes our new leader. Yes.
His depression is cured fast. He's a now confident, hotshot man.
Well, he didn't really. Well, no, you're thinking Lawrence Talbot from 1941. I'm thinking 2010's Lawrence Talbot. That guy wasn't depressed. He was ready to fuck shit up.
kind of angry, if anything.
Yeah. So
he spent the whole movie getting groomed.
yeah, and remember, Tom Cruise was was our Tony Stark before. He's dead now, so we got to have a new leader, and we got to have a new Wolfman. And
so who's been leading the team through all of Phase 2?
Well, no one's been leading the team. We haven't had a team up film. Remember, one of them.
That's right.
One of them, like, most of them are backstories. If we really think about it, the Nick Fury is left open.
Sure, Nick Fury's left open. All right. I'm going to take it over with movie 15 because, because we can only go forward from here. So
movie 17 you're taking?
Movie 15.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You retconned Bruce's idea that you scaled down. So there's only one mystery movie and I have to do that one.
There's a mystery movie specifically for Xander to tie up loose ends.
I can do it. I already have my idea.
Bet. We're so good. All right. Well, actually, it's gonna be harder for you, Xander, because Bruce and I are gonna do continuity after that, so you gotta like pre-weave that in.
It's fine. I got this.
All right,
this is
change your name to Hugo. You gotta be so much weaving. You gotta change your name to Hugo.
All right. Let me crack out the little phone. War of the Dark Ones. Boom. Ooh. So Prodigium's open. There's no leader, and the monsters are like, well, I want to lead it. No, I don't think anyone should lead it. No, I think you should lead it. I think I should lead it. And basically there's a schism between half of them want to continue what he was doing and protect monsters, and half of them want to use Prodigium to destroy monsters. So it's like a morality. It's the civil war of this universe. War of the Dark Ones. It's an all-out brawl, man. All the current lineup of characters, there's no like overarching villain. They're all fighting fucking each other. And it's great.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, I love this. All right. Okay, so what side is Lawrence on? Does he believe there should be a leader of Prodigium?
So he's like the most moral of them, I guess. Okay. Maybe. So he'd probably be like, let's protect other monsters with this organization. Because again, like the Dark Ones are just like 10 of probably the thousands of monsters that exist in the actual world. So that's like, what do we do about the rest of them? You know,
they're all monsters. How are they going to split on this?
Well, because some want to hunt other monsters for power, and others want to protect those other.
So
monsters.
Where's Jake Johnson and where's Frankenstein?
Okay, so that's what I was curious about. Like, what is the lineup after the end of Age of Monsters? Like, what?
Jake Johnson's still around.
So Jake Johnson. So is he a mummy? Monsters. Is Jake Johnson a mummy?
Well, that's for Bruce. He's the one who did that mummy film.
The mummy was the bad guy, so they're not recruiting him.
So Jake Johnson is just like an undead ghost man. So he's a ghost. Okay.
No, he came back to life.
Oh, he brought him like straight up back to life in the end of the.
Remember at the end of the movie, he's like, "Thanks for bringing me back to life, Nick."
So he's a guy. Okay, great, awesome.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Okay, so he's a guy. All right, I gotta write this down. Lineup after 14. We got Jake Johnson, parentheses guy. We got, is Dracula Untold on the team?
Yeah, he's still
around. Still hanging around. Wolfman 2010. Yep. Creature from the Black Lagoon, but my version. Frankenstein, but hunted by Bruce, but now he's still part of the team. Invisible Agent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm still looking at the list here. We got, which mummy do we have on the team? None?
Presumably none.
I guess none, since Jake Johnson is that. Which, funny enough, that this is accurate to Universal executives. They would just forget that there isn't really a mummy.
I like that there's no mummies because that I'm looking forward to my next pitch. We'll get there. Okay. So Dracula is just Untold because he was revealed at the end of Dracula's to be the prime guy, and he destroyed all the other ones or whatever. Right. Jekyll's dead canonically just recently. Hugo Weaving's been dead for a grip. Nosferatu's been dead for a grip. Okay, so it's just these like 5 guys. It's Guy, Jake Johnson, Dracula Untold, Wolfman 2010, Creature, Frankenstein, Invisible Agent. Right?
Now, Jake, I'm going to give you an out here. Well, while we have been only talking about what the main key points have happened in all these movies, that doesn't stop other monsters from just showing up in these other movies or being hinted at or anything. So you could throw in more monsters or make up more monsters to fill out this Civil War if you want to.
If we want to expand on our pitches, sure. And I guess I did pitch Dracula's.
So I'm not saying we need to expand.
Oh my God, Scorpion King. I'm just saying Black Lagoon.
I'm just saying you're allowed to say that other monsters were in these films.
All right, so I'm going to say, and I'm going to stick with the confines of the films that I've pitched, that in the Black Lagoon, when he was going through all the cameos, one of the cameos was, in fact, the Dragon Emperor from Mummy 3. And he's on the team, so he's our good guy mummy. He's got elemental powers. He's fucking goated.
Wait? Why is he a good guy all of a sudden? Because Rick O'Connell's in this fucking universe.
Rick O'Connell's in this universe. Rick O'Connell's
you can't do that.
Wait, Rick O'Connell's on the team. Right?
Rick O'Connell's our mummy.
Oh my God, he's the mummy.
I didn't establish that in Mummy 2.
Wait a minute. Rick O'Connell is alive. Right?
Yeah, he's alive.
He's got Frankenstein alive juice, I think, is what happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a Frankenstein on the team, and there's a Rick O'Connell Frankenstein juiced guy on the team.
Look. I'm saying as a Universal executive, people love Rick O'Connell. People love Brendan Fraser. We'll just consider him to be a mummy because that makes sense. He's an old guy.
I think I can fix it.
Yeah.
Fuck Dragon Emperor. I found a new way. So we already established all the remakes are canon. I've already canonized Van Helsing. Van Helsing's back. He's immortal already. So he's what causes the schism. Because he wants to hunt the monsters, and he, let's say through some bullshit, is the rightful heir. Let's say Jekyll entrusted in his will that Van Helsing was going to take over, because that kind of makes sense. And now that divides the monsters is what they do. So the lineup is Jake Johnson the guy, Dracula Untold, Wolfman 2010, Creature, Frankenstein, Rick O'Connell Frankenstein, Invisible Agent, Van Helsing, Hugh Jackman. Done.
All right.
Wait. Wait. Van Helsing, Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman, Van Helsing.
He comes back?
He was never died.
He's an angel.
He's an angel.
Oh, that's right.
He's the right hand of God, or left hand of one of the hands of God.
Jake, you just retroactively just gave me even more fodder for what to do with my mystery film now.
Okay, how is Dracula Untold the Dracula and Dracula's?
So basically at the end of War of the Dark Ones, the only significant death is the Frankenstein monster, sorry Bruce, and Rick O'Connell takes over the role as Frankenstein monster because he's already the Frankenstein monster. And maybe Jake Johnson the guy dies too. Because
wait. The Frankenstein monster dies in the Frankenstein movie? Wait, in Dracula's?
No, Frankenstein monster dies in War of the Dark Ones, which is my pitch.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right, that's fine. I was about to say, are you breaking my continuity? Okay.
So no, because we have Rick O'Connell Frankenstein. We're still good.
Okay. All right. I know what I know exactly what I'm doing now. I got my pitch ready.
Okay. Well, it's Bruce's turn.
Oh shit.
I have nowhere to go but after Jake's pitch, so mine is the very next movie. The teams are scattered because of the Civil War,
sure.
And then the creature is, he returns,
as I didn't hit the timer yet, but you also didn't say your title. So say your title and I'll start the
timer. My title is Creatures.
Woo!
Creatures, okay.
So, okay. Team is scattered, but the creature, while it's time for Prodigium, he has formed a bond with one of the scientists there. Say she's a beautiful blonde, like per usual. But then from his enclosure, he just starts, it's like he hears something that no one else can hear. And so they let him out, and he goes into the ocean. You find out there's a whole race of creatures down there who are like a cousin race, and they're going to invade the surface under orders from their leader, Father Dagon. And so that leads the team to come back together to fight the giant fish god.
Okay. So it is still another Avengers film.
Yes.
Okay.
But what else can we do at this point?
That's a good point. We are going balls to the walls right now. Oh my god. Okay, Creatures. So the first film was called The Black Lagoon, and the second one was called Creatures. So both the half of the title. All right. I kind of like it. I like it.
That's cool.
It's a good pitch.
who's this leader that you're talking about, Bruce? Again,
Oh, it's I'm stealing from H.P. Lovecraft and the Deep Ones.
Yeah, the Deep Ones. Yeah. It's a
They
good
have a
story.
god. They have a god called Dagon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. All right. So does our creature from the Black Lagoon, does he stick with us? Is he still good?
Yes, he's good.
Okay.
But he first gets down there, he gets into like their city on the bottom of the ocean. He's like, hey, there's more people like me, but then he slowly realizes that they're all assholes.
I think it's fun because Age of Monsters, War of the Dark Ones, and Creatures are like a trilogy of like Avengers movies. Trilogy.
You know what? Wait. So this just lines up with Universal executives. We would just all just say fuck it and jump the gun with each one.
Exactly.
No, that's more like Warner Brothers. But
I mean, to be fair, we're counting all of the previous remakes as like our build-up, quote quote. So
that's true. I guess that makes for a pretty solid lineup. Like we hit them with all these build-ups in phase 2, and then just bam, three back-to-back big ones.
But here's my idea. Okay. After the Civil War, they have to rebuild the team a little bit more, so they go and get the Creeper, the Ape Woman. They could they could grab some of the mole people.
Damn it! You just took my idea for.
Okay, we'll talk. We'll strike that. No mole people.
So Creeper and Ape Woman are added. Okay.
All
Creeper
right.
and Ape Woman. I almost said go get Blake, but.
So do we lose any monsters in this, or are we the team comes together? Good old happy ending at the end of this.
Who's the team?
Current lineup is Jake Johnson, Dracula Untold, Wolfman 2010, Creature, Frankenstein, Rick O'Connell, Invisible Agent, and Van Helsing.
I would say Creature sacrifices himself to stop the other creatures.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, we lose our Black
Lagoon.
Maybe there's one creature egg left over that they find at the end, so we can have Creature Jr.
Of course, because sequel baits.
And maybe Van Helsing transcends into being an angel again from fighting an evil god.
You
guys good with that one?
It's like grows wings. I love that.
Are we agreeing that Age of Monsters ends phase 2, or is this still middle of phase 2?
I feel like Age of Monsters, War, and Creatures is the end of phase 2 because it's a whole trilogy of team-ups. So we're about to start a new phase, but first you're pitching the movie number 12, which is after Nosferatu and before Invisible Agent.
Okay, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
Boom.
Okay, so in this one, Hugo Weaving's character is doing all good and Prodigium helping out, but unfortunately the werewolf curse is getting a little too much to him. The power is getting a little too much to his head and stuff, and Frankenstein's monster has to end up stopping him. And in it, this is when Van Helsing returns and helps Frankenstein kill Hugo Weaving's Wolfman.
Okay. And that makes sense that leads into that. Okay, good. I love it. I'm thinking about what happens in the context. So is it Bruce's Frankenstein versus 2010's Wolfman? Is that technically what's happening?
It's Bruce's Frankenstein versus Hugo Weaving's Wolfman.
Okay, so Hugo Weaving dies, but then
this is how he dies. Because remember, you said I needed to make up the mystery film, and I said that Hugo Weaving dies before Age of Monsters.
So is there like a post-credits where they blast Moonlight onto Del Toro, or is that the plot of Age of Monsters?
That's the plot of Age of Monsters. The post-credits will introduce Bruce, or hint at Bruce's army that was you remember for Agent Invisible.
Yeah, the bad organization, which we have not come back to yet. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. They're still around. Okay.
Aren't they part of Age of Monsters?
They probably are. They probably inciting.
Yeah, they probably are. Yeah, they're probably.
Yeah, they probably got they got all fucked up in that movie.
Yeah, but this is where we find out that sometimes the werewolf curse can get to someone's head a little bit, and so
Okay.
But yeah, because honestly, as a Universal executive, I know that my favorite film, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, would just have to have the two. And of course, it would be before Benicio del Toro comes back. So this is it.
Okay. I'm trying to think. So I perfectly know my pitch. And it perfectly ties so much together. And this is going to be the start of a new phase, but it's going to be kind of weird because we're starting a phase on not in the other monsters aren't in it, but it's got a lot of characters, so it's a big phase 3, I guess. And if all of us make it successfully to the end of page 3, we'll just call it there because this has gone off the rails. But
at this point, we've been helping each other too much. This is
we have been assisting each other. We're not playing devil's advocate.
You know,
we're too good at this.
We really are. The worst of it is that, as crazy as these stories could be, I could still think of a way to make all these movies actually be good.
Right. It's so fun. All right. So this is movie number 17. It is the start of phase 3. I know exactly the plot, and it perfectly ties things together. But I'm just thinking about a way to do it. Okay. All right. I'm just going to use a title that I joked about earlier.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to call it Mummies. So basically, this is the organization that was the evil guys in Prodigium are the priests of the Temple of the Summit Karnak that are trying to get the mummy to be a thing again, right? So that's them.
Shit.
That's the deeper lore. And they are going around to all of the other mummies that we've seen in all the other films and draining their power towards what they're going to make as the new crazy mummy. So right now, where's the timer? Oh my God, I have 3 seconds. I'll tell you more about it in 1 second. I got more.
Okay, you know what? Screw it, Jake. Just go off on it. I want to know.
I'll wrap up the idea here. So basically, they're going to Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, suck in the Jet Li mummy, powerless. An Amenet mummy, powerless. All the people there, all the mummies are permadead now, except Nick Morton is the new definitive ultimate powerful mummy. They found his body. He was directly exposed to the mummy for a certain period of time. Rick O'Connell was our first choice, but he's a Frankenstein now, so oh well, we got to go with this guy. And now he's the overarching villain of Phase 3 and the entire universe. Boom. I'm thinking for a protagonist, we have like Van Helsing trying to stop them, because that's a very Van Helsing-esque thing. Maybe Van Helsing and Rick O'Connell Frankenstein, because they're both acquainted with the idea of a mummy, right?
Does Van Helsing still have his wings?
Yes, he's an angel, and it's basically a Stephen Sommers. If we ask him to direct it, obviously, it's a Stephen Sommers follow-up to like a little bit of his continuity, but it's building off of the 2017 Mummy continuity, and basically all the mummies are in it. So it's like it's a crazy No Way Home extravaganza.
So Nick is now our penultimate, like he's our Thanos.
He is our Thanos. He is our big bad.
Okay, and Phase 3, the final movie in Phase 3 is going to be the end of this, right?
Ideally, yes. Let's not skip to that though. Let's just keep.
I'm not going to skip to it. But I think, may I make a suggestion?
Sure.
No.
I think. Oh, okay.
Well, no, you go ahead.
Mixed comports.
Okay, I think we all because clearly this game has just turned into us just deciding to pitch all of it. I think it's just fun anyway. I think we saved the penultimate film. None of us takes it. We all just collectively put it together, and we have to make the rest of the movies that we make up to it have to build up to the penultimate.
Good idea.
The final film.
Good idea.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
that's my Mummies.
Right,
that's
cool.
my kickstart to Phase 3. It's basically like a send off to all the Mummy franchises because they're all dead now, and it all gets piled into one powerful dude.
Ah, shit! It's my turn, isn't it?
It is, and you're movie number 18.
This is how do I have an idea, but I have to tie it in. Okay, it's called The Blushing Bride because we haven't done a Bride movie yet.
We have not
The
done
Blushing
Bride.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I didn't hit the timer yet. Ready, go.
Okay, so in the aftermath of this last movie, they realize Creeper and Ape Woman aren't enough. They need to go finding stuff. And so whoever is the new leader of this team, now I've completely lost track, goes tracking down, let's say it's Frankenstein Rick O'Connell, goes tracking down, different bits of lore and whatnot, and he finds in stasis in like a tube somewhere the Bride of Frankenstein that Dr. Frankenstein made, and she was forgotten about for years. People forgot where she was. There was like a collapse or something, and she gets brought out, and she's going to get trained to help fight this new threat.
It's not similar to the Bride of Frankenstein film, is it?
No.
Right, because the bride.
It's he made her, but then something got in the way, and she just got basically walled up, forgotten about in a room somewhere for all these centuries.
Okay.
But that's interesting because the Frankenstein monster is now gone, and now we just have
Oh yeah, shit. Was she in love with the Frankenstein monster?
I don't know yet.
So she's like, who cares? I don't fucking like that guy.
All right.
Cool. My idea would be is that she never even knew him.
Hell yeah, we got a bride in here now. I got to update the roster. So it's now Jake Johnson, the guy, Dracula Untold, Wolfman 2010, Rick O'Connell, Frankenstein, Invisible Agent, Creeper, Van Helsing, Ape Woman, the Bride.
Damn.
That's a hell of a lineup. Not bad.
You wanted more?
You wanted more?
Is there no one else?
All right. So
okay.
Xander.
Oh, wait. Nick's friend Jake, he's alive, he's dead. I forgot what.
He's a guy
right now.
So a long time ago, Nick Morton, which could tie in later, brought him back as a normal guy.
Okay, and then but he's still around though, right? Is he part of the team and shit?
He's part of the team. He's basically like a receptionist or something, like an accountant. He helps out.
Okay. I got my idea.
All right, number 19, hit it.
Invasion of the Metaluna Mutants.
Boom. Okay.
So Jake, Bride, and the Invisible Agent all team up together to solve an invasion of the Body Snatchers subplot that finds out that the Metaluna Mutants have been slowly integrating into society, and they have to stop them from like taking over the government or something like that. And we find out at the end that he helps Nick. Sorry, you cut me off before I could say it really quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can I explain? Can I explain?
Nick is big evil right now. He's not part of the team.
Yeah. No. We find out the Metaluna mutants are working for Nick.
Ooh.
That's what I was trying to say. They end up being Nick's big army. Or one of Nick's big armies.
So Nick Mummy has like every mummy power. So he has the elements of the Dragon Emperor. He also can control the Metaluna mutants. So they are aliens. Just on
they are aliens. I didn't say he can control them. I said they're working with him. So they've decided to lend their armies to him.
Okay.
And I figured this would be a good way to have the Bride get some character development, and Jake and Invisible Agent. I don't know. I just thought that'd be fun.
So the conclusion of the film, are the Metaluna mutants dead? All of them?
No, they're not dead. There was just a small faction that was like trying to take over the U.S. government, and they able to stop them. But that's how we find out that it goes deeper than that, and there's even more of them. That it wasn't just this.
And at the end, they capture a Metaluna mutant brain and put it in the Prodigium hallway.
Okay, yeah, sure. Was there a Metaluna mutant brain in the Prodigium hallway?
Well, the Frankenstein brain is probably still there, even though it's probably a guy's brain at this point. We've probably changed that.
I just realized we didn't think to cover how they got the fucking creature hand.
We don't have to worry about how they got that creature hand. We killed off Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde before he could explain.
I'm off the fucking rocker with this one.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I think we've gone off the rocker halfway through.
All right.
We went off the rocker at Dracula's.
The 20th film in the Dark Universe is called Dr. Edelman. So this character is a reinterpretation, and he has been, over the course of the 20 films, slowly going to each situation where they had a big fight and just taking little bits of their DNA and little bits of their DNA. And this is the film where one of the monsters finds out that he's doing what he's doing, and they go to his like castle lab situation. He's got like a whole compound, maybe he's wealthy. And the big plot is that I have 3 seconds. He's trying to create a super monster, has all their abilities, and it's a big fucking fuck up.
Okay. That's fair. I'll give you that one because the fucking light kept at me.
Yeah, so basically it's he's trying to create in his mind it's the perfect specimen, the perfect monster, whatever, and all of the traits of all of them are in one very kind of dilapidated, kind of strange homunculoid thing that's running around.
Okay. Does it survive at the end of this?
So that's as far as I got into thinking about it. I like the idea of a big old fight against a dude who has like every possible power, but he's also kind of very confused, like Bizarro from Superman. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's like a thematic counter to the Frankenstein character. So Rick O'Connell's in this movie as Frankenstein's monster. Kind of a weird timeline we're in. But it's kind of a thematic kind of counterpart to that. But the monster is in it. I haven't decided if he lives or dies, but he's definitely not on the team. If he does live, he's going to be captured by Prodigium. That's the answer.
All
You know what?
right.
I'll do that. Prodigium captures him.
How close are we to the end of Phase 3? Just out of curiosity.
We've done Mummies, The Blushing Bride, Invasion of the Metal Mutants, Dr. Edelman. So I would say like another round or so.
My well is getting close to being tapped here.
Well, there are 3 normal films left, and then we'll do a big crossover.
I don't know how much I'm going to squeeze into 30 seconds, but I'm going to call it Mad Science.
Boom.
Okay.
Nick Morton's organization knows that Prodigium is onto them, so they unleash different things across the world. Tarantula, the deadly mantis, Hurriku, beast of the Amazon, the monster on the campus, and so the mad science-related characters from Prodigium, like the Ape Woman, Invisible Agent, a couple other guys, they have to go around and stop all these huge things from happening.
Okay. That's pretty nutty. So it's a globe-trotting event.
I'm bringing in the 50s.
Bringing in the 50s. And the multiple members of the team are going around the
50s.
world to solve the situations simultaneously. That sounds fun. So what this means is that the world now knows about monsters. Now it's public knowledge.
They have to have by now.
Yeah,
No,
at
it's all
this
been
point,
secretive.
yeah.
At least since Creatures.
These mad science monsters. Now, Nick's just trying to use them. Do any of them survive, or are we able to take them all down by the end of the film?
The monster on the campus, who is a guy who turns into a caveman, he gets stopped, but he gets recruited by Prodigium.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The tarantula manages to live and fight again another day. And the rest, whatever you guys want to do with them.
Okay, so the current lineup is Jake Johnson, the guy, Dracula Untold, Wolfman 2010, Rick O'Connell, Frankenstein, Invisible Agent, Creeper, Van Helsing, the Angel, Ape Woman, and the Bride, and the monster on the campus.
The Bride would be involved in that movie, too, because she's a mad science character.
Sure.
I've never actually seen this movie, so I know absolutely next to nothing about it, but I just feel like it needs to be here for our big ass finale to this epic saga that we have created, the Mole People.
Boom.
Okay, so Nick has discovered the Mole People and he's trying to get them out, and Lawrence Talbot is aware of this, and so it ends up being that they're a fight to try to figure out who it is. But it turns out the Mole People are evil, and they want to join Nick. And Lawrence and maybe another few monsters are in there, and basically they just have to ball their way out, and it's super brutal and action, and just like the Wolfman's just fucking tearing through these Mole People. But by the end of it, they do join Nick's army.
Okay. Before I ask questions about this, after this is the trilogy conclusion, I would like to propose that since we're all doing it, we do 30 seconds, stop timer, pass immediately to Bruce, 30 seconds, stop timer, pass immediately to Xander, and then we finish, and it's one big story in between us.
I think that'd be fun. I think that's a good
Yeah, that would be fun.
That sounds crazy and fun.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Anyway,
Okay.
Mole People. So Nick Morton has discovered the Mole People?
Okay, Bruce, fact check me on this. The Mole People was an underground society, right?
Yes, they were.
Yes, in the Himalayas. I've not seen
Okay.
the movie, but I'm aware of it.
I've never seen it either. I know next to nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, Nick out there looking to continue on his army, make it bigger and shit. He's like trying to look for things, and he's
In fact, they're
discovered-
the slave race of the Lemurians, I think.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Nick has become aware of them, and he's like, I'd like these men. Or I'd like these people of moles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this one, there's I don't know how many were in the original film, but there's like millions of mole people, as many as the Metalunas. So yeah,
The past 2 or 3 movies have been an invasion of a species or several species orchestrated by Nick Morton. So
to be clear, I'm trying to make it so that we can have as big of an army that Thanos had. I'm trying to give Nick not the size of Thanos' army because I don't think we'll ever have that many. But the point is, I'm trying to give him a good army to have.
Okay. Well, I mean, Nick Morton has like every power, so let's try and wind it down a little. He himself can go toe to toe with all the monsters at once.
I'm just saying. I think as a Universal executive, I think that we really need to go all out with a war in this.
Okay. Now, do they retain a mole person for their roster?
What?
Do they retain a mole person for their roster or no?
Ooh, you know what? Yeah. One of them decides because Lawrence Talbot did show him kindness, and he was one of the ones that was.
Okay,
so.
Hell yeah. So now the end of this movie is straight up a cliffhanger, right? Because we're leading into the big deal stuff.
Exactly.
So they beat the mole people. They keep a mole person, and now Nick Morton has the fine, I'll do it myself moment where he steps up with all his people and all his power. And he's gonna stop the Dark Universe.
He's going to ride the tarantula into battle.
Well, that actually sounds sweet.
Fuck it. Let's make it one giant lawn epic. Like, this is like a 4-hour film.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's The Dark Ones 17 or whatever.
We
Return to the Nick.
Return to the Nick.
Yeah. Return to the Nick.
That's a hell
We're
of a
doing it. We are because what? This would be we'd be pretty much past like in 2030s or something. So we are planning to outdo Marvel's Doomsday or whatever. We're throwing the budget. We're
doing everything. To be clear, before I start this, current roster: Jake Johnson, Dracula Untold, Wolfman 2010, Rick O'Connell Frankenstein, Invisible Agent, Creeper, Angel Van Helsing, Ape Woman, The Bride, Monster on the Campus, a Mole Person. That's our roster.
Jesus. Mole.
Dude, that's like a dozen types of monsters all hanging out. It's a real monster mash, which is almost what I called this.
I think that's enough people to fight a war of Metaluna mutants and mole people and Nick.
All right. All right, you know what? I'll leave it up to you guys. Do we call this one Monster Mash or House of the Dark Ones? I only asked because I don't know about a house being actually part of the story or not.
I mean, House was barely part of the story of the House movies.
That's true.
Can I suggest the title?
Sure.
The Dark Universe.
Bet. The Dark Universe.
This is it. This is our finale.
I got it. I know why it's called The Dark Universe. All right. I'm setting this up. So here we go.
Okay.
The Dark Universe. You know what? With your permission, we're going to each get 45 seconds. Because I got a lot to set up, and I want to give you guys the same time, too. Cool?
Right.
All right, cool. Here we go. The Dark Universe. Boom. Okay, so Nick Morton is like, damn, my Metaluna plan failed. My fucking mole people plan failed. But the Metalunas are from another world, another planet. And so I've now discovered other creatures from another planet, too. And I'm not just going to conquer the Earth. I'm going to conquer the universe. I'm going to make the Dark Universe, and I'm going to take over the whole fucking everything ever. So how else to do that than by manipulating the mole people, the Metaluna mutants, and by, when finding the mole people, he made a great discovery. He discovered the Hollow Earth. And now he's found Kong. He's found the fucking ancient giant monsters. And he's found monsters like Ghidorah that are from other planets. And he's like, I'm going to control you. I'm going to control you. I'm going to mind control you. And we're going to take over the whole fucking universe.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well, Bruce, good luck trying to figure out the midsection of this.
All right. I have at least one idea. And I'll just spitball as I go.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right. Angel Van Helsing realizes shit has gotten really bad, so he runs off to heaven to negotiate with the other angels to bring a heavenly army to Earth to help fight this universal conflict. Meanwhile, you've got the combo Frankenstein, the combo monster. He has been trained and he's been shown kindness. He's gotten stronger. He's gotten better. He's getting ready to fight. The one mole guy who has been helped by the good guys, he manages to infiltrate the mole people army, start turning some of them. The creature junior is born, and he is faster, stronger, and than the other one, and he's good from the beginning.
Oh
So
hell
he's
yeah!
gonna help kick ass. He's gonna swim through the ocean, and he has Aquaman powers and can bring the fish to bear.
Timer went off, but that's okay. Hell yeah.
Okay.
So basically, they all start gathering forces.
Okay, they gathered all their
right.
forces and they're basically ready to go. All right.
Okay.
Xander, I want to point out that if Godzilla doesn't fight Kong in this, you did it wrong. But either way,
Wait! Didn't you say Kong and Godzilla are fighting are together with Nick?
No, so he found Kong in the Hollow Earth, and he found.
But he didn't even mention Godzilla.
I didn't mention Godzilla, but it's the MonsterVerse of recent. It's the recent movies.
Okay.
He said he found Ghidorah out in space.
He found Ghidorah out in space.
Okay, but all those monsters have joined, or he's just trying to conquer them?
So Nick Morton has found monsters like Kong and like Ghidorah and like the bigger kaijus and stuff. I have not mentioned the word Godzilla yet. So maybe
you just said you want Kong and Godzilla to fight.
I mentioned that like just now, like in the pitch. Like he's not part of the story yet. I'm just saying like balls in your court. You know, Kong's
you know what?
in it.
I'll make you happy. I'll make you happy.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
45 seconds.
Right.
I'll give you 50 seconds because you got a lot to do.
Okay.
Kong better win that fight.
Go.
Okay, Bride and Invisible Agent have become really good friends. They are really good at infiltrating stuff now. They infiltrated Nick's palace and stuff, found out a way to kill him, found out a couple of rituals and spells. On this whole thing, Khan was chained up, and Bride befriends Khan, and Khan joins them. We find out about Godzilla. Bam. Big final fight. Everyone's fighting. What you wanted more? Bam. This and that and this. Khan and Godzilla fight. Everyone's fighting. The Metalunans are fighting everything. And we end off where Lawrence Talbot makes the ultimate sacrifice and does spill ritual thing to be able to kill Nick. And in the process, he dies. And we get a good send off with his character. And we get a happy ending. And just all the monsters go back into Hollow Earth. Everything just really concludes and resurrects.
Boom. Boom, boys, we did it. We did the Dark Universe.
And it's kind of shitty.
It's about as good as you would expect it to be.
Is it sad that I'd actually want to see this?
I mean, simply by a fact of like it's the only one happening in Hollywood, and it only kind of barely happened.
We put way too much bias in it because I mean, come on, how as bad as it is, a movie with Hugh Jackman's Van Helsing and Benicio del Toro's Wolfman and freaking
it's crazy.
Hey, everything went off the rails when Dracula's was thrown in there. This started pretty cohesive.
True.
Yeah, that was phase 1, bro. That was early on.
My God, what a story! Nick makes an ultimate sacrifice, and wow, we really did what Marvel did. We brought back our Tony Stark to be the villain.
Did the Dark Universe, which adds all the kaijus, and it's a planet-spanning battle.
Christ.
For the fate of the universe. It's all at stake.
Holy shit.
All the monsters have a brawl. Nothing but monster on monster action. And everyone probably dies or lives. Who knows? That doesn't matter. They can all be resurrected. Yeah, wow. You know, I thought it'd be short, but my game also went on for fucking ever, so.
Well, none of us got knocked out. We just
couldn't. We didn't play. We got wrapped up in it.
I think the problem is, I think one of the issues is, Jake, is that it was only the pitch that could knock us out. If in our explanations we could accidentally knock us out,
that's true.
Further.
That's true.
But to be honest, I think we just all really wanted to see what would happen.
I think the curiosity got the better of us.
Yeah, because I mean, if we were stuck real hard to those rules, I think Dracula's would have been disqualified.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is what it is. But Dracula's
I like
one of my favorites.
I'm just gonna say it. I like how it turned out. I think this was a lot of fun. This was really cool.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu was sick. All right.
You know. I love that that retroactively, if you look at this, it weaves a story of what's happening behind the scenes. Dracula's somehow made. Out of all the films, it would imply that Dracula's made so much money that we as Hollywood executives said, you know what? we should start bringing back people from the older films.
Yup.
Because this one made a lot of money.
Well,
And then we continue to make more money from that.
Universal does like to make fucking Dracula movies as of late.
Well, Bruce, after I pitched Dracula's, you pitched Mummy 2, which brought back Rick O'Connell, like, immediately.
That's not... No, but that works because, as we know from the movie 2017, it's canon.
It is canon.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, that we kept doing that. We kept bringing back people. So in this world, those movies just made bank. So
they did make bank.
Doing more.
Oh my god, this is the best. This is so fucking good.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad this happened.
The emotional journey of Benicio del Toro's Lawrence Talbot redeeming himself all the way to fighting kaiju's in space.
Thank you guys so much for indulging us being very stupid. At this point, Cold Embrace has been out for a while now. Check it out. It's super good.
Oh, my game's not going to go that long.
Not that long, just forever. We spiraled into doing
long.
actual fan fiction. That was our problem.
I love that I just kept on saying, like, yeah, I think my Halloween Horror Nights will be enough for an episode, Jake. And you're like, nah, it'll just be enough for a new segment.
Oh my god. I'm glad it got to, both of our little tidbits got to live to fruition as their own episodes now, so that's pretty good.
I'm really glad.
But yeah. All right.
They
Bye.
grew like kudzu.
Before we sign off, I just want to give a huge thank you to Xander for doing all 23 fake bullshit posters for the Dark Universe. And they were so well done. There's something so charming about them in their simplicity, and they're just so fun. You'll notice the Dark Universe the last 3 posters looked just like my fucking book. So I think that was an intentional move, and we didn't coordinate ahead of time. I'm just flattered. But if you're new around here and you at all enjoyed our dumb pitches, this is that but good. If you're the kind of person that made it to the end of this video and you're just laughing your ass off, but also really engaged into what would be happening next, this, I promise you, delivers. It is an entire cinematic universe rolled into one short story cycle with a climax that really pays everything off. It's got artwork. I work with a really talented artist. She did all the cool drawings and all the cool creature designs and stuff like that. Look at that. That's so fucking cool. If you're at all interested in these characters meeting each other and doing a big old bonanza, this is that. Pick up your copy today, and thank you for your support. Have a great day.